pulling ahead again.
Yeah.
I know I'm technically ahead of you, but also you're nearly at a level up. I'm not. I've just leveled up.
I just feel that I've made a catastrophic error here, so like I think my game may be over.
It still turns around. It can turn around.
You've got a lot of property, which makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Like the fact is, the boy has made a lot of money by being spread thin and having a lot of and playing the stock investment game well. Yeah. He's not got a lot of huge shops.
Yeah.
What we refer to in the business as person killers. The kind of like hundreds to thousands shops. Just if someone lands on it, will change the fortunes of the game. The dragon's calling up the biggest person.
And I mean, this is a good map for person killers as well.
Yeah, because so much of it is like you can't avoid stuff. And I'm really surprised by how much of this game has just been driven so far by transactions rather than stock gains, really.
I like that you've named them person killers, even though the English language has a word for that, and it's like murderer.
It sounds a lot like it.
It's from something, is where it's coming from. The person.
It also feels odd to say this shop is a murderer. It feels too real.
But person killer, that keeps it nice and light.
It's got to be. It's like fear is the mind killer. This shop is the person killer. You know.
Okay.
I'm so freaking psyched for June. Yeah. Excited.
Well, it's file under the like bond and stuff like that. If it's just in that keeps being pushed indefinitely.
Oh yeah, exactly. I miss when like films were still a thing.
Films got released.
Did
Yeah,
you not go and see Tenet? Or pay 30 quid to see... Actually, Boy did pay 30 quid to see Mulan.
Yeah, we did it together, yeah. Boy and I watched it together. It was...
Oh, I didn't realise.
Yeah, it was...
How was it?
It was interesting.
Yeah, it was better than I...
Simultaneously, Boy goes, it was interesting. Dragon goes,
Yeah. I mean...
there was the big boycott movement against Mulan because the star, the girl who plays Mulan, came out in favour of the of the Hong Kong police.
Really? Wow, that's a controversial opinion to hold.
Yeah, well,
controversial in not China.
Well, yeah, true.
Definitely not a controversial opinion in mainland China.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
Maybe, but like for a woman who owes her financial success to the Western studio system to then come out and basically condemn democracy in her homeland.
That's the interesting thing.
Weird.
Like, one of the things I was reading, I think literally on this today, suggesting that one of the huge things the pandemic is challenging is the Western dominance of cinema, because a lot of Asian countries have handled the pandemic pretty well. They're opening stuff as well, and a lot of Asian filmmakers are doing really well out of that because their films are still being released and making money. But also, like, so for example, the new Wonder Woman film is coming out in Asia before releasing in any English language districts.
Oh, that's
because they have cinemas open, and that's where you make money at the moment, because it's releasing on like Christmas Day here, or around Christmas time, on like streaming services or whatever. But it's this is where fortunes change.
Yeah,
the person killer.
Exactly, and you made 186 quid off that, Wario, because you're commissioned. So
yes,
that has literally just completely rejigged the scores.
Yes.
And that's what this game has over Monopoly as well. It can just change that way. It's not just your trajectories. Yeah, so Wonder Woman's like releasing in UK, Australia, US, whatever, but it's releasing in China like a week or two before, because it's like, well, there we can have it in cinemas and make a lot more money off it.
I was very much looking forward to seeing Wonder Woman as well, and it seems to...
Yeah,
so
who knows if I'll ever be able to.
It's coming out on streaming on Christmas.
It'll be some ridiculous like platform that I don't have.
I think it's HBO Now or one of those things.
Yeah, because I definitely have that.
Of course.
Yeah, but you will. I'm just curious to see how Chris Pine's come back to life in it.
Oh, yeah. What happened?
Will it be a clone? An android replica?
It was all a dream.
Dude, I've started watching. Has anyone here watched The Boys?
Yes, I freaking love The Boys.
I've read The Boys.
But me and the Sprite have just started watching it. It's really interesting.
It's grim, right? Like it is.
It's fucking grim.
It's really dark, but it's also like
the Sprite's not hugely liking it because she's like they've kind of gone too far for her with parts of it, and I'm kind of like, yeah.
I mean,
it's still good, but a lot of it is just like it's a bit much.
I can imagine, Bard, that's quite unfitting with the comics. I heard the comics are worse than the show.
The comics are a wild ride. So in one of the very early editions of the comic, there's a whole panel of like Dick Cheney, former Vice President of the United States, getting a blowjob from a superhero, and that's just the kind of thing that happens in The Boys.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, for me, like that's a bit grim, but also in so many ways it feels like it's what if Watchmen were good. I don't like Watchmen.
I do like Watchmen, and I will challenge that assertion, sir. But this is neither the time nor the place.
Nah, I don't mind Watchmen. It's not terrible, but this feels like a better implementation of that same kind of concept of, okay, let's assume superheroes are real and a thing. How do we deal with
and also dark and gritty, yeah.
Not even just dark and gritty, just like, what is the realism of this? We have, like, obviously the US has massively, like, the military-industrial complex. What's the realities of the superhero-industrial complex?
Yeah.
And The Boys actually seems to be addressing that quite interestingly.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's a very, very clever deconstruction of the genre, which is while simultaneously being a very good example of the genre, which is so rare.
And also, it's just I love this show just because it's Carl Urban saying "cunt" a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fantastic.
I find it so disturbing that he was also what's Eomer? Right?
Eomer. And fucking Judge Dredd.
And Judge Dredd.
And Bones in Star Trek.
And Bones, Wow.
And dated Katie Sackhoff for a long time as well. Just nerd power couple.
Really?
You just got another 3 in a district just to derail that film conversation.
Yeah, the dragon is getting dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still winning, Waluigi, but...
Yeah, but also you're much closer to leveling up. I'm mostly winning because I have recently leveled up. And I'm also doing well because I've hit now max capital in the only district I've really been investing in, which is that bottom left, like, sky blue district.
Yeah.
Sure.
And yeah, you can buy like 4 stocks with your 104 quid, but 5 even, sorry.
Good enough.
Yeah, I was playing that down.
Oh yeah.
And now you finally return for that club.
Oh yes!
Hilariously, now there's an even scarier dragon shop that wasn't there last time. That was 457 down south.
Ah, yes.
That club is just getting problematic to approach.
Yeah.
And I've got to sell the stocks that I just bought.
Yeah, this game makes...
Well, only 3 of them. You bought 5, so you still have 2
you made a
stocks in the
profit.
green. Imagine doing that in real life, just going to a broker like, can I buy 5 stocks? And I'm like, can I sell 3 stocks?
You can do that now through the magic of the internet.
True, yeah. I always wonder about this when they say, like, they talk about, like, what the price of, like, a barrel of oil is. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, but you can't just go up and just, like, buy...
I'll have 5 barrels
a barrel. And then they're just like, right, here it is, sir. Yeah. Slosh.
I learned something very cool recently about, like, the island community of Shetland. So, like, for those maybe of the viewership who are not aware, it's like an island on the very, very north coast of Scotland. Like, very, very close to where the oil rigs are. But they use Shetland as like a kind of staging point for the oil that they pull off the rigs. But for every barrel of oil that passes through Shetland on its way back to the mainland, the island takes a percentage of the value of the barrel.
Nice.
And they use this to invest in like community projects. So they built
because that's going to be a deal that's paid well over the years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they made like millions off of this over the years. But rather than taking like a lump sum to allow the oil rigs to just dump oil and then move it off the island at some unspecified point in the future, they take a value of like the oil that passes through.
The Alec Guinness gambit. Alec Guinness.
Due to reschedule. We're ready to do the restart that you scheduled. No, pick a time.
Ah, yes, do that.
A time which is not now.
Yeah.
But then, like, I pick a time, it vanishes.
It does seem to have disappeared, didn't it? That's strange. Well, we'll see if that comes up again. But yeah, no, so Alec Guinness, who played Obi-Wan in the original trilogy, forewent... That doesn't sound right. He forgoed, but that also doesn't sound right. So yeah, sure, he forewent...
elected to forgo.
He elected to forgo his payment for Star Wars, instead wanting 5% of all Star Wars profits, including merchandise, forever. And that has worked out very well for him in the long run.
I can imagine.
He's a very interesting person, but he hated doing Star Wars and kind of everything about it. He thought it was dumb, but he also thought it would be successful, which he was quite right in.
Oh, yeah.
So, we have like the old thespian actors in Star Wars. He like hated every moment of it, whereas Peter Cushing absolutely loved it.
If only, Doctor, there was a fun series on your channel where your viewers could tune in to listen to trivia just like this.
There we go. There it is. Oh my god, you need to be stopped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got mad at power.
And yet you're still behind me.
God,
yeah. I'm in every fucking district you're in, so.
Oh, okay, that didn't work the way I thought it was going to work.
This is by design. I'm following you.
No, yeah.
Coattailing.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, which is why you're only slowly catching up with me, because I'm everywhere that you are.
Here we go. This is going to go so badly.
Here we
That's bad.
That's the best it possibly.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Now you just need to do the real gauntlet next move. And pay me 25 quid.
No.
You want to continue that line?
Yeah. I forgot which color I was momentarily.
You're olive.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, what is that color? Yeah.
Forest green.
Yeah, that's a good description.
Oh,
Is puce the color of
Oh,
green?
no, puce is like browny, like beige. Oh, come on!
Oh, god damn!
Actually, I think that helps.
Does anyone have
there
stocks?
as well?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, I do. I'm everywhere you are. You'll get this eventually.
God damn it!
I've been following you.
You're gonna get so much commission off anyone who lands on that.
Oh yeah.
This game is bewildering.
I've realised that I'm not doing very well in this game in my own regards, but my god, can I cling to your coattails like a fucking boss?
Does it count as clinging to my coattails if you're winning? You're kind of like...
I mean, technically, in some of the districts that
on
matter, you've... Oh god, they're both maxed out bollocks. Right, I'm gonna max this out. Right, so this is worth knowing as a tactic. The buyout price of a shop is proportional to its worth, such that me putting 85 quid in this does take its value from 176 to 264, so it doubles its value, which means it... Think about how that affects the 5 times value it would cost you to buy it out, Dragon.
Yeah, it's true.
This basically makes it very hard to be bought out.
Indeed.
I mean, by all means, feel free to do it,
I would
but
be very
I'm your
tempted.
competitor at the moment, so I suspect you don't want to give me the best part of $2,000.
Indeed. Well, that's very true, yeah.
Especially because you don't have stocks there, but I do.
God damn it. I invested poorly at the start. But I mean, it's kind of come back.
I'm surprised that I keep forgetting that you don't have stocks in that bottom right district.
Yeah.
You keep sprucing in it and giving me money, which I'm okay with. Please
I know.
do continue.
It was very foolish.
No, I should pay me 12 quid. Oh, he's expanding the inner city.
Oh my god, yeah.
The gentrification
Look at me on the
continues.
sly. That is like, yeah.
The projects.
He's gentrifying. Get him.
He's building a scheme even bigger.
Yeah.
That's not going to work for the non-Scottish people in the audience who don't know what a scheme is.
What, is a scheme
In
not
Scotland,
a scheme?
like a housing scheme is what in England you would call like a housing estate.
Oh, okay.
It's like social housing, basically.
So it's like a, yeah. That actually is a double entendre.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Excellent. Cash monies.
God damn
There was
it.
a lot of cash.
Oh dear.
Dollar bills, y'all.
I only have stocks.
Oh, there's only two projects, fuck's sake. 2 shops left.
Two
for sale.
projects.
Jesus Christ.
You've been doing this too
Come
long.
on, big numbers, Wario. Come on, buddy, you got this.
Now,
You've
Show
got
me a
50-50
seven.
here of
Or
being
3.
fucked. That was pretty good. That was about...
Do I get past the people
I think you
killer?
did.
Yep.
yeah,
Yep, and you're in the arcade.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Ooh.
Oh,
played.
excellent. That's the
I
best
think it's
possible result,
Slender,
really.
isn't it?
Ooh.
That was almost the best option.
Dart
Darts
of
of
gold.
gold. Okay.
That's
So
good
you
playing.
throw 2 darts here. One determines what you get, and one determines who gets it.
Right. Is there any skill to this?
No,
at
absolutely
all?
none. You just click twice.
I choose no.
It's a small amount of money.
Small money.
Oh, goody.
The only thing is, people's sizes on this is proportional to how well they're doing, and because it's you that activated the game, yours is bigger. But it goes to everyone. Everyone gets 30 quid. Hey.
But that's pointless because, like, if we all get it, like, it has no value.
If we all get it, we might as well none of us have got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Capitalism.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I wouldn't describe myself necessarily as a capitalist, but, like, I am grateful that I'm not dying at the age of 40 with 2 teeth left in my skull, and I have capitalism to thank for that. So, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't argue that capitalism is responsible for socialized medicine.
well, no, but, like, would we have, like, big pharma is evil, but also vaccines are good, so...
I mean, yes, but also when you take a look at the most capitalist country, the US, that also has the worst healthcare system. And the most expensive one.
That is true.
In terms of per capita cost to the government, and also per capita cost to people. The government pays a lot because the government has to, like, bail people out with social security when they go into medical debt, which is a hilarious phrase to us.
Yeah.
Wait, say again? Medical what?
Medical debt.
Yeah.
Thank God for the
It's
NHS.
something like 500,000 people a year in the US go into medical bankruptcy,
That's
which is
horrifying.
ludicrous to us.
Yeah.
Well, were it not for capitalism, would the United Kingdom ever have been in a position to establish the NHS? I mean, admittedly, lots of our wealth as a nation comes from unscrupulous sources.
Yeah, exactly. It's not so much capitalism as stealing.
Two of the four of us here work for the NHS, so we have to be a little careful with answers given.
Oh no, like the NHS is like the greatest thing we have yet created as a nation. But like the source of that wealth.
I mean, the argument is it's not about capitalism. Like most of our welfare state, including the NHS, came about at the end of the war.
Yeah.
Basically, actually hang on a minute, guys. Should we maybe not be cunts to one another?
Always a good plan.
Classic Clement Attlee. Roughly paraphrasing his speeches there.
I'm pretty sure that's a word for word what he said, isn't it?
That's what I thought.
Now you just got to avoid that 200 quid to the boy.
Oh yeah, there are some other dangerous ones.
Yeah.
But can I now go left? I really hope so. Otherwise,
yep.
Yes, brilliant.
I mean, you're paying 45 quid to Diddy, but
that's perfectly fine.
K Diddy.
Yeah. Okay.
Because your long-awaited level up.
Wait, what?
I would not.
Worth the detour.
I don't think this is worth the detour in hindsight, but at least we're starting to recover.
I mean, also, you avoided paying him that 300 quid, and in fairness, you've not paid anyone a huge amount since.
Yeah, it's not taking you too long either.
It's giving you a temporal delay. Oh, fucking. You seem to, and you do fucking seem to have a lot of shops around. Yeah. Like, I do feel like I'm paying you a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I will take it.
It's got a lot of real estate.
Yeah, and they're quite just nicely spread apart.
Yeah.
I'm slowly leaking out these 5 stocks in every district. Yeah. Let's get out of that one then entirely. Oh god, that did not cover the bills. Naples down here. That's a call back. Bailout of Naples, like Pompeii's on fire. Is Pompeii even in It is Naples, isn't it?
Yeah.
Modern day, kind of.
Is it?
Yeah. Sure, why not?
Has anyone been to Naples?
My parents.
No.
That was really nice.
Oh, I've heard it's.
They basically went for like a driving holiday up that what's it called? Amalfi Coast. So started at Naples and then basically drove a tiny little Fiat 500 or equivalent all down those windy roads that look like part of a film.
Oh, cool.
Said it was really nice.
That's very cool. That's a great holiday.
Yeah. My parents had some cracking
dollar bills, y'all.
Yes. Again, I remember holidays.
Yeah,
I remember them being a thing. Oh. Yoshi's.
My last holiday. Oh, it's Egypt, I think.
Oh, nice.
Oh, is he leveling up again?
Yeah.
That's absurd.
He can't stop leveling up. It's insane.
I can't. It's a problem.
He's a level up fiend.
It's honestly a problem.
Wow. Storming into the lead.
If I do.
That's the other thing as well, yeah. There is a formula for leveling up, Bard, which takes into account the main thing that affects it is the number of properties you own. So if you own more properties, your level up is bigger.
Excellent.
Yeah, no, I can't afford
which is why you two are getting particularly good level ups. Because you two have both just got a lot of shops. Paying 82 quid to the boy, though.
Yeah.
Just rain on your parade at the end of that. Fuck you. This is still surprisingly close, this one, actually.
Yeah.
Usually by this point, someone seriously started pulling ahead.
Yeah, and I suspect you're going to pull ahead again next turn, Doctor.
Why?
Because not next turn, but next heart. Or next, you know what I mean.
Next heart? What the fuck?
Yeah. I've had 3 beers. On the what?
I'm now rather behind when it comes to like leveling up. I don't seem to have many stocks, which is not brilliant.
In fairness, that's because you haven't been buying the full 99 every time. The advantage of that is this is why you have 462 quid ready cash, and me and Yoshi have 10 and 7.
True. Yeah. Oh, so he gets the bag. Oh, yeah.
Because here you'll level up plus the 242 quid you've got, which will give you a. You can basically can and perhaps should buy 99 stocks in any district you choose.
Yeah, we may do that.
Now the question is, do you want to? You've got a grand there. So you've got a grand and a half to play with.
Let's go wild.
The question is, do you want to invest in a district that you are going to be sprucing in soon, or do you want to invest in a district that someone else is going to be sprucing in soon to ride their coattails? Because you could join me, for example, in that district, though it is expensive to buy into that district.
Expensive.
Yeah.
You could look at your own ones. What's that one in the bottom left?
Yeah, bottom left.
I've got some property in there. Like
if you look at the bottom, where you've got like the pictures of the shops, that bottom row, max capital, shows how much.
Oh, I think we can invest.
Can be invested in it. That district there, that's got. That's probably the best one.
And the boy might develop it as well, and then that gives you a lot of.
But you've got nearly 1,000 of max capital in that district, which means there's a lot of. You are going to sleep, but by the way. Oh, God, he did it again.
Can we make him stop doing that?
I've been trying for 4 years. We cannot make him stop. I don't know what it is. I thought it was his microphone, so I fucking sent him a new one, but that still does it. It's like, but you used to do this on your old laptop as well, and now you're on a PC.
Yeah.
I don't understand what it is. You have changed computer, microphone,
the
and
only
internet
common thing is
place
me.
physically where you are since, and you've always done it. I don't
just
understand.
the devil, that's all I can say.
Just possessed.
That was the best one you could have landed on.
Yeah, true.
For now.